probably a really quick one because it seems like my camera battery's dying, and we're ordering supper anyways, so I'm going to have to go shortly. Not much different. Work not looking to be exactly what I was hoping for, but that's pretty normal. And I just wrote another 7 and a bit pages for my thesis. Second chapter is Ravenclaw, so I was only doing the first part of it, so I still have like 2 other sections to do. Yeah, I wrote myself a useful weekend to-do list for myself, which actually includes baking cookies tomorrow, because that's going to be a nice break from theses. Because if I could actually finish this chapter this weekend, that would be awesome, but I also need a break because I don't want to just be doing work, thesis, and nothing else. I cannot believe it is already the end of May. I was hoping to have a lot more of my own writing done, but that hasn't happened. Literally this week I went and bought myself a new game for my 3DS because I am just a bundle of stressed nerves and sadness and anger and stress and thoughts and feelings, so many feelings. So, also, yeah, so you can see, this is Tiggs, again. She decided to go on an adventure and jump off our deck this past week. I mean, we're only like a half floor up, so she was fine. We were sort of like, run downstairs, because she doesn't know the area. And then she wanted to go out in the hall with me today while I was doing laundry, and got 2 steps and then decided she didn't like that because we've got a dog living across the hall, and I think we've got another one next door on the other side. So she can smell them, and she's sort of like, I'm not sure I agree with this. But she had a nice trip, and then we went down and found her and brought her back in. So we're trying to get her, like, we'd like her out to be able to go out on the porch, but she certainly has to be monitored now, and even when you're monitoring her, she might just take a dive through the bars. Like, freedom! Oh my god, I don't know where I am. So, yeah. Adventures. Well, at least the cat's had adventures. Like I said, it's been mostly work for me. Worst aspect had to be, we had this tour in, and a gentleman verified in French, well, in English, that I didn't speak French. It was a French group. And I said, yes, I don't speak French. And then after verifying that I don't speak French, he proceeded to say something apparently very lewd in French, and then translated it as if I wanted to learn French, I should just with a French boy. And when he did that, he came towards me, and I just took a step back, and I was like, how about nope? How about I'm gonna leave now? How about I don't need to take this even from the visitor to the museum? So, I mean, there's that. But that's really been the only time that's happened. Like, I'm getting along with everybody quite well, so it's not like I'm uncomfortable every day. Just that particular point, I was deeply uncomfortable. And then I came home and petted my cat a bunch and made myself feel better. I'm catching ghosts. The game I got is Luigi's Mansion, so. Catching ghosts. Baking cookies, writing theses. I get to talk about the Grey Lady next. That's exciting. I get the feeling this might be one of my larger chapters, which is slightly concerning considering it's literally the 2nd chapter, and I thought the 3rd and 4th were going to be like the more complicated, trying to figure out things. But I think it's because I have to explain the one thing, briefly explain the little problem, because the problem is actually very short, which is if there's no downside and all the intellectual virtues are included, why do they make these mistakes? And then I have to explain the Aristotelian answer, and that's going to take longer. So explaining Ravenclaw and then explaining the answer are the two bigger parts. And then, well, we'll just see where we go next. Because these 2 chapters I knew what I was doing. These next 2 chapters I'm not sure what I'm doing. Coolio. I'm gonna go before my battery dies. That's why you swung around like that, because I keep checking my battery. So, I am gonna go enjoy supper and maybe catch some more ghosts. And I'll catch you on the flip side. See you later.